Coming up next on the J. Ryle Show.
That don't know me, my name is Dr. Jan Garvai. I'm the Chief Medical Examiner here in Orange County. With regret, I'm here to inform you that the skeletal remains found on December 11th are those of the missing toddler, Caylee Anthony.
Well, we all knew, but now it's been confirmed. Caylee Anthony is dead.
Does evil exist? And if it does, do we ignore it? Do we negotiate with it? Do we contain it? Do we defeat it?
Gays and lesbians are in an uproar because this guy will be praying at the inauguration. Why? And please explain it to me as if I was a fifth grader.
I'm not going to answer any questions. I'm just going to be very brief, and I'm going to say that, I can't wait to begin to tell my side of the story and to address you guys, and most importantly, the people of Illinois. That's who I'm dying to talk to.
Oh, really? Well, he spoke today, and you be the judge if it was worth the wait or not.
Drew Peterson is getting married again. The Sun-Times says his fiance's name is Christina Rains. She denies it, but her father insists that she's the one.
Who the hell would marry this guy? Is she crazy? Is she nuts? Does she have a death wish? Oh, my goodness. Plus your emails in the JOD. T.O.
Get your popcorn ready.
The J. Ryle Show starts now.
You never know. That's the point. Go.
Wow, a lot to talk about today. Hey, welcome into the J. Ryle Show. And, of course, you can reach the show at the JRyleShow@live.com, the JRyleShow@live.com. What's up, Boo?
What's up, Jay? You doing all right today, man?
Yeah, man, I'm good. You ready to do this?
Good, man. Yeah, man, look, have a good show, yo.
Thank you, sir. You do the same. Of course, we appreciate you guys being a part of the show as well. Boy, we have a lot to talk about today. Let's just get right into it. And let's start off with this tragic news of the remains of Caylee Anthony. Let's roll the tape and we'll talk on the other side.
Sure, very. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Dr. Jan Garvai. I'm the Chief Medical Examiner here in Orange County. With regret, I'm here to inform you that the skeletal remains found on December 11th are those of the missing toddler, Caylee Anthony. As our usual protocol, the next of kin has been notified prior to making this information public. This identification was made by nuclear DNA taken from a portion of the remains and compared to a known profile of Caylee Anthony. The DNA analysis was performed by the FBI lab in Quantico, Virginia. Except for the bone specimen used for the DNA, which has since been returned to my morgue, the remains have been maintained and analyzed at the District 9 morgue here in Orlando. These have been analyzed by myself, my Deputy Chief Medical Examiner, and two forensic anthropologists, one from the University of Florida and one from the University of Central Florida. My examination of the body and evidence is complete, barring no further bones being found. And the anthropologic exam will be finished up shortly. The remains are completely skeletonized with no visible soft tissue present and no ante-mortem trauma evident, meaning that there was no trauma to the bones prior to death. Toxicology testing is still to be completed on the bone and hair. While this analysis may prove to be informative, it will be difficult to interpret levels from these specimens and thus will not be definitive in helping determine the cause of death. The manner of death, though, is an opinion based on available information, including examination of the body, information from the scene, as well as circumstantial evidence. Based on all of this, the manner of death in this case is homicide. The cause of death will be listed as homicide by undetermined means. Should other pertinent information become available, the cause of death may be revisited. While I would love to explain the forensic aspects of this case to you, and any of you know me know I would love to do that, we must remember that everyone is innocent until proven guilty. This case needs to be tried in a court of law and not the media, and thus I will not discuss specifics of the findings of this case at this time. I would like to thank all of those who have worked diligently and passionately to help recover the body of Kaylee, including the FBI, Florida Department of Law Enforcement, but especially the Orange County Crime Scene Unit, who in my opinion, and in the opinion of the anthropologists working with me, have done a superb job in this recovery.
Wow, that's a very sad ending to a story that's gripped the nation for the past 6 months. And as a parent, you have to hurt for the grandparents. Because I think that in their own way, they thought that they believed their daughter. I mean, their daughter, I think, killed this little girl. I really and truly believe that. But when you are a parent and your love for your kid, it overshadows what your common sense tells you what the truth is. And I think what it does is it puts you in a state of denial. The JRouse Show at live.com. Because anyone from the outside could see that, first of all, if your child is missing, the first thing you would do is call the police. She said that she conducted her own investigation. She led police on a wild goose chase. And even tonight, as they, according to reports, when they told her that the remains were those of her daughter, she refused a visit from the family priest and met with her defense team. I mean, I don't know what else investigators or the jury need to see to convict her of this crime. But then my question is, let's go back to some of the things that were reported today. First of all, the guy who found the body, he held a news conference today, because obviously people are going to suspect this cat of foul play because he found the plastic bag. But here's the twist. This guy called the police August 11th, 12th, and 13th, telling them that he thinks that there is something suspicious in the woods. The first time the officers went out, the guy saw a rattlesnake and he was scared and he ran off and said, you know what? The guy is in the police, the deputy, saying, hey, listen, you stay here. There's a snake in here. There's no one there. Okay? The second time he called, they didn't even send anyone out because they said, oh, we checked that area before. We're not going back out there. The third time he called, 2 deputies went out and they didn't see anything. So now he goes back, 3 months later or 4 months later. 3 months. September, October, November, December, 4 months. And he finds the body. I tell you what, I've seen stranger things. And when the police botches investigations, we have problems. O.J. Simpson, for example. Because of what the police did with the blood evidence, O.J. Simpson was able to be free up until recently here. And plus, when I say I've seen stranger things, look what happened to that preacher's wife who shot him in the back, and she served 7 months in prison. When you have a situation like this, you have to make sure you do the right thing. And I feel for the grandparents. First, I was calling them stupid and dumb and ridiculous. But as a parent, you want to believe your children. And boy, I tell you, this is a very rude awakening for them. Because now, everything that they thought in the very beginning, think about it. The father said he thought the car smelled like a decomposed body had been in the car. The mother suspected her and called the police on Casey in the very beginning. And so now they have to come to grips with the possibility of their daughter killing their young grandchild. Keep it right here. We'll talk about this a little bit more in the second set. The J. Rouse Show rolls on.